So one of the things that you might want to do is you might want to set some headers for testing. You might do this for testing authentication or for testing cookies. And so what we'll do here is let's make up another route, and we're going to do a get, and we're just going to call this foo. And we're going to send something in the header, and we'll say it returns something from header. And what we'll do here is we will take this first by going here. Of course, this is going to end up failing, right? We end up getting a 404. Let's go back here and run this again. And what we'll do is let's go to our app. And we'll just keep this here at the moment and go back here, and this will end up working. Let's actually see what we could find out here. Let's put this on a couple of lines. And what we'll do here is let's just do a console.log. Let's actually do response.send. Let's look at the request.headers. Let's just see what they look like. So we'll just send back the headers that get sent to us. And if we look at that, we're seeing here that we're not doing a lot of testing. So let's actually go back to our spec and let's see what this looks like. Let's do console.log response.data, .body. And we'll see these are the headers that ended up getting sent over. So you can see some of these are actually in quotes because this is not a valid object key. So it actually is, but you have to put it in quotes, unlike host and connection. But we could send our own data here. So let's just take whatever we end up sending here. We'll say request headers.foo, and we'll just end up parroting it back, right? We end up getting back this empty object here. We don't end up seeing anything. But let's actually see if we can send this and write an expectation. So let's go over here, and we'll say we expect response dot body to equal bar. We'll see how we'll end up doing this. Right, so this ends up telling us, hey, look, we don't have anything. It's undefined. And what we'll end up doing here is let's actually set a header. So how do we end up setting a header? We could actually use the set method. And the set method takes two values that we could end up putting in here, and we could end up setting our header. And what we'll do here is we'll end up setting our header, and we'll say foo is equal to bar. And let's just see what we end up getting back here. And actually, let's just switch this. I have a little mistake here. So here, let's actually send back an object. And we'll go and send back foo, and whatever was in the header for foo. And let's take a look, right? This is still going to end up failing. But what we could end up doing here on our spec is, actually I wrote the wrong expectation. We're going to write an expectation, and we'll say we expect the response.body.foo to equal bar. That'll end up passing, and the takeaway there is that we have the ability to set different headers. So whether they're authentication headers, whether they're headers where we could end up setting cookies to test out sessions, this is something that we have the ability to do.